Hey guys, welcome back. Now let's go to some more hotspots where they were filming Transformers.
Hey guys, this is Laura, and I'm outside of Dar Constitution Hall, the largest concert hall in Washington, D.C., and one of the last D.C. filming locations for Transformers 3: Dark of the Moon. This building will be used to double as interior shots of the White House. Many movies such as Suspect, The Distinguished Gentleman, and National Treasure, as well as television series including The West Wing, have filmed at Dar's Memorial Continental Hall. Now I'm standing in front of DC's Red Cross building, another filming location for the last installment of the Transformers trilogy. According to Josh Friedman, communications director of DC's Office of Motion Picture and Television Development, it is common practice that interior shots of the White House are shot inside Dar Constitution Hall, while the Red Cross building doubles as the White House exterior.
What's up guys, this is Jason. I was down here on Monday taking pictures of the Transformers shoot when they were shooting at the Capitol. Right here is where all the cars were lined up for the shot. Optimus Prime was right here. On the street back there is where Bumblebee, the silver car, and the Ferrari were lined up. And then the intersection directly behind me is where Bumblebee ran into the police officer. As soon as the accident happened, they immediately threw a huge tarp over the car so that nobody could see what had happened, but it was damaged pretty badly. And there were tons of cops out here afterwards because it looked like it was part of the movie, but it definitely was not. Apparently the police officer was responding to a call and he was on another frequency and didn't realize that the street was closed and just plowed right into him. So Bumblebee tried to slam on the brakes, but just crushed the side of the Suburban or whatever it was. Back to you guys.
Welcome back to a behind the scenes look at Transformers 3, an AMP TV special. I'm your man James Flames, here with Gina G.
Gina G.
Gina G, and it's getting a little dark, Gina, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off the Hollywood. I got Hollywood.
You got a little bit of Hollywood.
I got my Hollywood shine in. Yeah, I got my Hollywood shine in.
Hollywood in.
Yeah, I got my Hollywood in. Anyway, so tell me, how did you like Transformers 1 and 2?
Well, 1 was awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, immensely. It was so, yeah, it was great. I loved everything about it. 2, it's all right.
2 was all right?
It's okay.
Okay, it seems like you're holding something back, Gina.
Yeah, I wasn't too fond of it.
Too fond of it?
No.
Very good choice of words. I would say I really enjoyed 1 because it was nothing that you had seen in Hollywood, I think, or in movies that even resembled Transformers. Yeah. Not necessarily in story plot, but in the robots and how they interact with the humans and all of that. And it was just incredible just to see them getting brought to life on big screen. And Transformers 2, I wasn't that fond of it either, Gina. But I see why it was so, I see why people didn't really like it per se, because it didn't really introduce anything new.
No, maybe a few new characters, but not great characters.
Yeah, I think with Transformers, and this is just a movie observation that I have, when people knew there's probably gonna be a Transformers 3.
Right.
And so that you have the trilogy thing going on. And I think with The Matrix, Lord of the Rings, those type of movies, when there's a 2, anticipation of a 3, you were kind of hoping it gets into the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. At the 2, it's going to set up an amazing 3.
The 2 might be the favorite.
Right, the 2 might be the favorite, and it makes up an incredible conclusion of a 3. And I think they were looking for taking it someplace new, and it was a good story, but it didn't take us into, per se, outer space, or it didn't take us to learn anything like, you know, Hot Rod wasn't in it.
Right. I think it was just, I mean, it was a summer blockbuster movie, as they all are going to be, and that's exactly what it was. I think it was like, you know, lots of explosions, lots of stuff, like action in your face, but maybe not a lot of story. And that, like, you know, that kills me. I like a good story, I like a good script, and, you know, maybe, like, they're going to work on that harder next time.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of next time, let's talk a little bit about the third film.
Yeah.
A story plot.
Have you heard anything?
It's going to be centered around, now, we have to be careful because we don't know if they're trying to trick us.
Yeah, exactly.
You're care they're trying to trick us.
Alleged story.
Right, alleged story plot that you can find on the internet and coming soon, .net and all that stuff. It seems to be around a space race. a
Okay.
space race. And
Going back to the 50s.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly. Well, they did shoot some scenes in Russia. In Moscow.
That's right. I
So
did read
that
about
does, and they shot some scenes in Florida. Your hometown, they shot some
no.
scenes in Florida.
305. No?
No, 305, no. So they shot some scenes in Florida. So it seems like they are going to go the space route.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good place to take it because they come from space.
Right,
And
that's
it changes the landscape.
Yeah.
You know, they at the end of the second film, they went to the pyramids, and in the first film, they were in the city. And space, I think, is a natural progression.
Yeah, the next place to go.
Right.
I think that'll be really good, and especially with, you know, our shuttle program is ending soon, and I think it'll be really nice. The people want to see the space. You know, we haven't. It's the time of astronauts, I guess. You know, the future or whatever, and people want to see that. I think they'll really like that story, especially with the U.S.-Russia possibly thing there. It's not. The kids these days have no idea about any of that. Maybe it'll inform them a little bit about what was going on in the 50s that everyone was so scared about.
Yeah, and maybe we may see some scenes from Cybertron, the home planet, even possibly some rumors of maybe Unicron.
Oh man.
Yes, coming in this, but we don't know. They could just be fooling. People could just be throwing alleged. People could just be throwing everything in the world out just to throw us off track.
Yeah, because in the Transformers 2, there were like a ton of plots out. I don't know how many different versions I heard of what the movie was going to be about. And I'm still not sure what it was about.
Yeah. Now, let's also talk about a change. Megan Fox. She is no longer in it, I know.
No
My heart, I was crushed. I was crushed. I never liked movies to change the characters in mid-movie trilogy.
Cough Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. There you go. I don't like them to do that. It just feels like it messes up the flow.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
but Megan Fox and Michael Bay, they did not. There were lots of confrontations on the set in the last movie, and they just did not play. I mean, I've heard she's kind of a B. So.
Yeah, and
but you're allowed to be when you're that hot. So.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway,
so do we have someone replacing her?
We do have somebody replace her. Rosie Huntington Whitley, I believe. Model. Hasn't really played in anything.
It's her first, feature, big shot.
I mean, Megan Fox was an actress though before Transformers.
Okay.
But I'd never seen her in anything. So maybe this girl will do well.
Yeah.
Maybe this girl will do well.
Definitely.
But I don't like them to change. But.
And you said she's Carly.
She's Carly.
Was from the anime. Wasn't that a character in the animated series?
Yes, from the animated series.
Wow.
So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
We'll see how they play with her character.
That might be good to the story. Yeah. Hopefully.
Maybe that'll be the girlfriend that lasts. Maybe it won't. We just have to see.
Yeah, they never last.
It's
Hollywood.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about what took place around us here.
Okay.
Right here is where they shot nighttime scenes, where I was over there in the bushes. But at night they shot here. Let's show some of those scenes. There was tons of lights out here. You couldn't miss them.
Really?
There was tons of people, tons of lights.
Lights everywhere.
I mean, the electric bill they ran up had to be into the thousands. Had to be into the thousands. Some Decepticons were out here. We did get a shot of some SUV Decepticons.
Okay.
We believe are going to be Decepticons. Yes, I think these are new.
Okay.
There's going to be like a new fleet of Decepticons that were out here. There's going to be also, who is that? There was another fire truck that's supposedly be in this.
Okay. Autobot?
Maybe Autobot.
Okay.
Rumored to be, allegedly again, Optimus Prime's father.
What?
Rumor.
I wish I knew more about that.
Yeah, I know.
I should have Googled that.
I know. Rumor, I forget, I believe it's Sentinel Prime.
Okay.
I don't really remember too much. I believe he wasn't in the comic books or the cartoon, but I don't know. I'm anxious to find out. Anxious to find out. But the crowd that night was really good. I was out there. Everybody was excited.
Of course.
We weren't used to Hollywood Productions being here.
Right.
And I think everybody just wanted to get the shot of the car.
Yeah.
There were families out here. There were tons of college kids because they had all the time in the world.
Yeah, because they're not doing anything.
Right. They're not doing anything. The crew didn't really tell us what was going to happen, when it was going to happen. So a lot of people were anxious to find out when the shots were going to happen and that sort of
Right.
thing. And some people got a little.
Nobody
you know,
wants to wait around, especially in bushes with rats or anything.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I can contest to
People are
bushes with
impatient
rats. Thank you
nowadays.
for bringing up that
Oh, sorry.
experience. It was very damaging.
Traumatic.
I'm
traumatic.
just now kind of getting over that a little bit. But thank you, Gina. Thank you very, very much.
So weren't there explosions?
Yes,
Because
yes,
I
there
remember,
were some.
like,
Yes.
you know, in the warnings
Yes.
that they sent out, pyrotechnics will be
Exactly,
used.
exactly. And from where we're sitting now, it would be that away. We're gonna get you a closer shot, but the pyrotechnics were taking place right down the street.
Okay.
Had some explosions. Of course, you
Nice.
weren't allowed to get too close.
Of course.
So you had to keep your
Safe.
distance. You had to get your shots a little bit far away, but pyrotechnics right here on the streets of DC.
Yeah.
Once again, you don't see that.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, and for those that, and it was a little bit into the night when they, you know, when they did it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was, I think it was worth the wait for people to see
I'm
that.
sure to see something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like big movie, big budget.
Of course,
I mean,
of course. Also, you said earlier that you were trying to be an extra, right?
I was.
You were trying to be an extra?
Yeah, well, they
Did-
had
did-
it months ago. They had to sign up for extras.
Yeah.
You know, Transformers 3 coming to DC. Extras, sign up
Now,
here.
I do have a copy of some of the requirements to be an extra.
Oh, no.
And did you read it, Gina?
I think so.
You didn't read it. You
Oh.
didn't want to be an extra. You
Why
didn't,
not?
you didn't read it.
Isn't that what it's
You didn't
all
read
about?
it. Well, you know.
What were the requirements?
Well, one specific, basic requirements, movies, past stuff, all that stuff. Basic requirement, you had to know how to have driving skills. You had to be a very good driver.
Oh, one of those extras.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, no, it wasn't one of those.
You didn't want to break out your car out
No.
in the movie?
My driving record is clean for the record.
For the record, it's clean?
It's completely clean.
It's clean?
Yes,
So,
not
yeah.
even a ticket.
So if anyone wanted to be an extra, you did have to have some driving skills.
All right.
That was on the
They were asking for
that was on the
driving skills,
application. That was on the
I
application.
hope there
too.
wasn't an extra in that Bumblebee car when there was an
Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, they have had a few accidents, but we won't talk about that. But they have had a few accidents on some scenes. It's not.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah, there was.
Well, not in Chicago, but in another scene, I believe it was in Indiana, where an extra got hurt.
Was it?
And some of those things.
Yeah, that's very-
And then, of course, with the Bumblebee thing, the crash, she's just not having good luck.
Yeah, knock
Just
on
not,
wood.
yeah, just not having good.
I don't know.
Just not having good luck. Oh, I got a wood head.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's real good, Gina. That's real good. Anyway, we'll take another break.
Okay.
And we're going to be taking you to the Lincoln Memorial. The Lincoln Memorial.
It's
That's
so
where
pretty.
all the action was.
And at night, right?
At night,
Best time.
the celebs were out. Shia was out. Michael Bay was out. That night.
All
That
right.
night.
Stick
Let's
around.
go. Yeah. DC, Hollywood. Hollywood, Jim. Hollywood.